Hello, my name is Ember. Welcome back to my channel where I play and discuss The Sims 4. The Modern Menswear kit just came out. I did a whole video reacting to the announcement. If you want some of my thoughts on that, I'll link it up here, but I am not going to be buying that pack. As you can see, since kits were released in March of this year, 2021, we have nine whole kits. Even though they've only been released this year, we already have enough to make a tier list. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be ranking all of the Sims 4 kits from bad to worse. Or, well, you'll see. So originally, right, I was going to have a category that was like cash grab, too expensive. And then I realized, but that's all of them. Actually, I have multiple things to say about each of these kits. There are like several axes that I'm going to be judging them on. So there's some I have my moral criticisms, I think I'm going to call them that, of these packs. And then I have criticisms of how they look and how they function. And those are slightly separate from my criticisms that, they shouldn't exist and they're a cash grab. So with that in mind, I'm going to be ranking them first based on functionality in the game and compared to items that we already have, and aesthetics, how they look, on this tier list right here. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can, rank them yourselves if you'd like. And then later, I'm going to be making, well, it's not going to be so much of a tier list as a Venn diagram, looking at all of the moral failings of each of these kits. Maybe that's a weird way to put it, but you'll see. Just wait, you'll see. Right, so it's been 8 months and we have 9 kits. It's more than a kit a month. Unfortunately, this tier has 5 tiers, so it's not going to be exactly even, but I think this will work. So our top tier, I have fine, it's cute. Begrudgingly, I'm the items in this pack are nice, I guess. If we're not talking about the politics of it, we're not talking about how they're overpriced, it looks cute. The second tier is bad execution. Some of these are a good idea. I could see it being a good pack. They didn't do it well, though. I am extremely disappointed. The middle tier is unnecessary. The ones that it's just why is this a kit? You could, I guess you could have put a few of these pieces in the game, but why'd you make it a kit? Please. And then this one is just bad. Just ones that again, these are all my opinions, especially, well, okay, all of this is my opinions, but this is just my opinions on if I like the pack. Obviously, there's not an objective ranking to these, so feel free to tell me how you would rank them. But these are just ones I just don't like. They're just ugly, I don't like how they look, they are just bad. And then this last tier is ripoff. When I know I said, they're all cash grabs, I'm not going to be talking about that much here, but if it doesn't function in the game, if we have this stuff already in the game, it's a ripoff. So let's start with the Country Kitchen kit, one of the very first 3 to be released. I think that the Sims community is not as upset about this as they should be. When we got the Country Kitchen kit, right, a bunch of people were like, ooh, this is cool, we haven't had that before. This is actually something people have been wanting in the game. People love having counters in the game. And they told us, this is all stuff that wouldn't be in another pack, that couldn't fit in another pack. It's something unique that you couldn't get in a pack. So to look at these items, I'm going to look at the Sims community. They have really good articles giving an overview of all of those, so definitely check it out if you want good pictures of everything in the pack, right? I was going to look at them in the game. You know how you can see all the items in a kit or a pack before you fully load into the game, into a save? I was going to do that, but turns out my laptop cannot run the internet and The Sims and record at the same time. I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to get a better computer. If you wanna help me get a better computer, you can donate to my coffee. I'll link it down below, but I'm working on it, okay? But for now, I cannot really run Firefox and The Sims and record it. So we're gonna look at these nice articles by Sims community. Honestly, it probably is a much better view than we could get in the game anyways. So this is the Country Kitchen kit. It's kind of small, but it's okay, there's counters. I mean, it looks nice. Right here's a styled room. Personally, at the time, I was really excited for this. I was okay, I can see it. and I really liked the colors. The colors always get me. And I thought, well, we don't have stuff like this in the game right now, so sure, I'll buy it. Right, okay, so I found this on the Sims forums. I was trying to find one on Sims Community, but they don't seem to have like an article with the build overview. But okay, so here's the country kitchen kit. Look, it's really cute. Now here's the kitchen that came with Cottage Living, a pack that was released a few months later after a kit that they told us had something completely unique that would never fit in any other pack. These are really similar. Like, these counters? Are you kidding? Those are super similar. It's like there's a few design differences, right? Personally, honestly, I think that the Cottage Living ones might be better. I'm not sure if I like the colors as much, but these are so similar. And they knowingly, they were already working on Cottage Living, and they sold us the country kitchen kit as like this unique thing, when if they had released it after Cottage Living, way less people would have bought country kitchen kit. No one would be spending $5 when they bought this pack and got this entire kitchen set in a pack that actually has like gameplay and stuff. No. This is fully, to me, this is a huge ripoff. The country kitchen kit, this is such a ripoff. They know if they had released it later, we would not have bought it. I honestly wonder if they were like, oh, we need another kit. Quick, grab the kitchen set from the upcoming Cottage Living pack and put it in there and we'll just make a new one. I don't know. What do y'all think? I think it's a ripoff. Okay, now up next we have the Throwback Fit Kit. So here, we're back on Sims Community. Here's some of the items. I mean, honestly, I think they are pretty cute. I like the idea, but it's just not a lot. I know I said I wasn't going to, for every single one be like, oh, it's a cash grab, but I don't know. I don't like who was asking for this. At the time, I know a lot of people were like, we have so much similar stuff. I don't know. I'm just not that impressed with it. The few of the items are cute, but it's not like super impressive. It's just kind of like, I don't know. Honestly, now that I've talked about it, I think I'm going to put this one in bad execution. The idea of having this kit be only like workout clothes, I think that was a big failing. I think the idea of a throwback kit, like they could have done like a lot of like nostalgic stuff. I could definitely see that working with more items, with like better execution and not such a narrow thing. It didn't need to be workout stuff. Like we have a lot of workout clothes already. We have a lot of similar stuff. Like they could have done a really cool throwback kit. So yeah, I'm going to put this one in bad execution. All right, Bust the Dust kit. I'm just going to call this one a ripoff again because it's broken. Like so many people, like a lot of people who downloaded it have turned it off and are like, I wish I didn't buy it. I'm glad I didn't buy it because it just like, I like the idea of the bunnies. I do, the dust bunnies. I don't know, maybe this could go in bad execution too, but I think the fact that the whole selling point of this one was the gameplay, and the gameplay has been broken for quite a while. Yeah, I'm gonna call that one a ripoff. Sorry. Alright, up next we have the Courtyard Oasis kit. This is one that I did buy, and I built some stuff with it. I think I like the idea of like an architectural kit, right? But also, I've barely used it since I bought it. It doesn't really go with a lot of stuff that we have. I really think that this could have been like, I don't know, a full stuff pack, or it could have been like a setting for a game pack or an expansion pack. Even like they could do some sort of pack that's about like traveling. If they are like, well, we want to do a bunch of different destinations, but we can't make a single pack for everyone. Like what if you had a pack that was like had several different destinations that you could travel to, or like something like that? I don't know. I mean, looking at what's in here, right? This is barely anything. It could have been done better so that it was like more usable and more easily integrated into the game, I think. So here, I don't know. I guess I'm going to say bad execution again. It might turn out that most of these are just a bad execution. But I think I'm going to say bad execution. But I don't know. Maybe... I also feel like, I also thought about using the unnecessary category as like, why is this a kit? Like, I don't know. I was going to make a tier that's like, why is this a kit? And I think that's kind of where I fall with Courtyard Oasis. I don't know if that puts it in unnecessary or bad execution. I think I'm going to put it in unnecessary. Not because I don't like the idea of these items. I think that it being a kit was completely unnecessary. I think this idea could have been used in a lot of different ways. And yeah, it didn't need to be a standalone kit. All right, up next, we have Fashion Street Kit. I don't know, actually, the Industrial Loft might have been before these, but I don't know. This is the order I have them in. Oh, this is kind of cool. So this is like less of an overview from Sims Community and more of like a lookbook, some like styled fashions, right? So the Fashion Street Kit is inspired by the trend-setting designs of Mumbai. It has some really interesting clothes, I think, and some stuff that like we didn't really have in the game, though. I'll talk in my Venn diagram. Just wait. it will go a little bit off of the rails with that one and just like free form talk about all the particular problems I have with some of these. It does seem a little bit like paying for representation, like, you know, paying extra off to the side. There are some cool items. This one, I don't think they actually even show it here in all of their designs, but like what really draws me to this pack is the colors. There's some really cool colors and some very cool outfits. And like I said, I bought the Country Kitchen kit for the colors. I'm going to be honest, I bought the Fashion Street kit for the colors. I love making like Sims all based on like one or a couple colors and like houses based on specific colors. So I mean, that'll get me. I've done several videos. I have a whole series of like pride flag colored builds and Sims. So you might see some of these Fashion Street Kit items in an upcoming video where I've, made some Sims. I think this one is pretty cute. I think it's executed pretty well. If there was a tier in between these two, I'd probably put it there. But I'm going to say Fashion Street Kit, I think that some of the items are pretty nice, even if I don't really agree that we should be paying $5 for this. But the fashion itself, all right, it looks fine. It looks good. Okay, Incheon Arrivals. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not. This is my favorite kit. I really like the Incheon Arrivals kit. Here we have a lookbook again. I mean, this is really cute. Yeah, I like the clothing in this is just, I don't know, it's really nice. So this kit is based on a specific airport in South Korea, and it's like based on what people wear there. And I mean, there was definitely some potential. They could have added airports into the game. That could have been really cool. There's so much now I'm like, they really should have just made this like a game pack with like airports and like, I don't know, malls, or like it could be like a big like public places one, or it could be like travel, so it could be more like traveling. I don't know. They could have done like airports and like train stations. That would have been really cool. But anyways, we got this kit. I do think I like the clothes a lot. I think that they're really cute. And these are ones that like I would actually wear in my game. Like I've put these on my Sims and I'm like, these are so cute. And the full body outfits that come with this are adorable. I love them. So yeah, I'm, unashamedly Incheon Arrivals kit. It's cute. What they did working with these two designers that helped design these two fashion kits, I like it. I don't like that it's paying for representation, but the kits themselves are very well done, I think. And well, that brings us to the Industrial Loft kit, doesn't it? So this is like a build, again, on the Sims Community with some of the items from the Industrial Loft kit. The main thing, there was like this couch, there was a little bit of like wall graffiti, there were these doors, and of course this big like 4-poster metal bed and some grates. I'm not a fan of this kit. It's just a lot of this stuff we already had in the game. Like you can easily find replacements for most of these things. Like a few of the items are cool, but this wasn't something we needed. This wasn't something that like we didn't have. If you're going to do an Industrial Loft kit, like give us the architectural things we need to make a loft, like give us a world that has lofts in it. I don't know, like do something, not just like a few tiny pieces of furniture. I don't know. No, yeah, this one, I'm just going to say it was just completely unnecessary. We didn't need it. I mean, let me know if you disagree, but no. Okay. I'm going to talk about the window thing in the next part, all right? I'll get there, okay? We're just looking at the aesthetics of the stuff in the game for now. All right, up next, we have the Blooming Rooms kit. I actually bought this one so I could review it to plant custom content. in my opinion, I mean, I would say if you can, just get custom content. But, you know, if you want to watch that video here so you can see whether you want to buy it or not, I wouldn't. I wasn't impressed with it. But let's just look at this quick overview. So here's some of the items. I mean, they're kind of cool. There aren't, like, look, okay, if you're talking about just, like, plants you can just, like, put anywhere, right? Just, like, throw in wherever. This is pretty much it. Like, these 6, just, like, you know, because you always need plants to put in, like, corners and on shelves and stuff. There's some little tiny ones here. There's, like, a couple hanging plants. I don't know, I just wasn't impressed. I don't think it's not that special. Like, I like the idea of a plant kit, and I think they could have done a lot with it. I looked at custom content, and I mean, there's some really cool custom content sets, and when you compare this to that, it's really underwhelming. So yeah, it's very underwhelming. I'm gonna put this one in bad execution. I like the idea. I think that a plant kit could have been really awesome. It could have added, I mean, just a lot of really unique new plants, or even just very versatile new plants, or it could have added something like, you know, having to take care of house plants or whatever. Like, there was a lot they could have done, and yeah, bad execution. All right, now we're on to another kit that I have made a video review about. The Modern Menswear kit. This is the one that just came out. And if you want to see people, you know, in the game with the items being disappointed, there's plenty of videos about that. They try to put a positive spin on it, but I think it's pretty clear most people are disappointed. I've talked about my reasons for not liking the concept of this kit, but also just like, it's kind of boring. A lot of the stuff isn't good. There's one skirt. These full body outfits are, literally all of these are like, what is happening? Why? These are just not, who is going to wear these? They look weird. And, like, why couldn't we have had this stuff separate? Why do we need a shirt? This is a weird tunic. And then this one, some of the aspects of this seem cool, but it's a full body outfit. You can't take off the boots. You can't take off the pants. And there's only 3 color swatches in, like, white and black. I thought we were pushing style boundaries here, but I don't know about that. I don't like most of these assets. I don't like most of these assets. The sweaters, some of the sweaters are cute. I mean, I think it would have been better off with just like a whole pack of sweaters or something, even though we literally already have that with Nifty Knitting. But yeah, no, I just think this one's kind of ugly in addition to my other complaints about it. So I'm just going to put this one in just bad. Just no, I don't like it. They put the best outfits on the cover, right? To make you be like, oh, it's so pretty. But then you look at it and it's like, oh. Like, where's the color in these? Like, I know you're probably like, oh, well, there's some other swatches. I mean, there aren't that many, though. They're kind of boring swatches. This is kind of it. So, yeah, there's my rating. Here's my rating. I mean, it's pretty well distributed, though the top one is just, like, begrudgingly admitting it's cute. So, they're mostly on the bad side. And that's just based on aesthetics and functionality. So now let's get rid of this structure. Let's go full on into the conspiracy theory mode. Let's map out what exactly is happening here. So I don't know, maybe there's a better way to do this. This was definitely inspired by Plumbella, who's been doing like rating, you know, Sims on how toxic they are and that sort of thing, and like in a very creative form, very free form. And you know, I used to love making Venn diagrams in school. Like, did y'all do that? We did that a ton. We had, like, Venn diagrams for everything. And I thought it would be fun to make some Venn diagrams in The Sims. So this one actually, you know, green is really fitting for this one. So the first Venn diagram we're going to have, it's going to be big. It's probably going to take up most of this area. This one, let's see, how am I going to label this? All right, I'm just going to put the title off to the side, right? And we're going to have, okay, this one right in the middle. But this one is cash grab / overpriced. Okay, I might have to, maybe I should make these different colors. Right, okay, cash grab / overpriced. So this is for all of the kits that are just really expensive and they just feel like a cash grab. So let me just go grab those pictures and put the kits in here, and then I'll show you, you know, which ones fall in this category. All right, let's see. So this is everything in our cash grab / overpriced category. Let's see. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 9. That's all of them. That's all of the kits. And you know, when you're watching this, if there's a new kit that's come out that's not on here, don't worry, it's in this category too, I'm sure. So yeah, cash grab, overpriced. This is why kits exist. Okay, so the next category that I was thinking is very necessary. Let's just go for yellow for this one. Okay, maybe Word wasn't the best place to do this. But here we go. Okay, I have paying for representation. That's what I'm calling this one. Yeah, so paying for representation. We got 4 sitting nice in here. We got intro on arrivals kit. This is the one that I'm on the fence about, right? Like, obviously, it is representation of like South Korean style, but it feels like it's very specific, you know? It's specific to like a specific type of airport fashion. And I think, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think this one falls under paying for representation? I think the Fashion Street kit one really does feel like it because it's very like specific types of clothing that are very much like representing a certain culture. But I mean maybe the Incheon Arrivals kit is too, also representing a specific culture. And then the Courtyard Oasis kit, like, yeah, it's like pay extra to be able to build this like specific, like they were selling it as like Moroccan type of house. But then, I mean, there's not even like, you know, there's only the architecture. There's not really anything else of the culture in there. And then Modern Menswear kit, I'm going to say paying for representation because, you know, I talked about this in my video on it, but we've been asking for menswear for a while. We've been wanting, you know, for the feminine clothes to actually fit the male Sims or the Sims with a masculine body type or whatever. And instead of doing that, they decided to sell us some really lackluster stuff and, you know, frame it as, oh, it's representation. Like, I saw Trans Simmer's video, like, reacting to this. They were like, it's basically, this cover is kind of queer baiting. And I was like, you know, I didn't think of it like that. But when you look at it, it's kind of queer baiting. I don't disagree. It's very, like, the way that they're standing, the way it's posed, it's like, ooh, this is the, like, gay pack. This is queer. And then you get the kit and you're like, oh. So yeah, I'm going to put that one under paying for representation as well. Now, the next category that I want to do. Okay, I'm going to actually use a text box for this one. Can y'all tell how great I am at graphic design? Like, wow, this is beautiful. I'm so good at graphic design. But yeah, okay, I'm going to call this category false advertising. Now, let me explain. So I think we all know about the Industrial Loft kit. So this window right here, okay, this is the one that came with the pack. However, in some of the original art, there was a window that like was teased as being in this pack, and then turns out it wasn't. So they finally have just added it to the base game for everyone. But yeah, that was a little bit of false advertising, telling us that there would be one thing in the pack when there wouldn't be. So that was a big deal. This is something, I don't know if people have noticed. I feel like there's a similar thing happening here in this Blooming Rooms kit. They've started doing, you know, these illustrations, right? Instead of actual pictures of the objects. But look at this. See this plant right here? Doesn't that look like, you know, a really big plant? Like compared to the ones beside it. I mean, sure, it's on a table, but that looks like it could be like a really big, really nice floor plant. Okay, so where is that in the Blooming Rooms kit? Let's see, I'm looking at the assets here. Let's see some close-ups. Where? Huh. I mean, maybe it's supposed to be... I mean, no, like, it can't be that one, right? Like, the leaves are tiny. There's no way. Is it... could it be this? No, that one's even tinier. What? Y'all, look at this. This... I think it's supposed to be this one. This one is tiny. This one does not look like that at all. Yeah, I'm going to call that one false advertising too. I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, but I don't see this plant in there. Sorry, I don't see this big plant. I've seen it in some CC sets, but I haven't seen it in the kit. So I'm going to call that one false advertising as well. And Country Kitchen Kit, I think it deserves to be in this one because, well, like I said, they advertise, oh, this is something that will never be in the game otherwise. It's something new and like it wouldn't be included in any other packs. So it's just separate, you know, it's bonus. No, this was going to be in the Cottage Living pack that came out really soon after this, actually. It's literally Country Kitchen. Like that is the whole thing. Like it's like Cottage Living is based around that. Like, this is false advertising, in my opinion. They were advertising to us this was something unique that wouldn't be in the game otherwise, and then it was. All right, now this is getting kind of messy. I don't know. I wanted to do a few more. I feel like there could be some overlaps. I mean, we definitely know the throwback fit kit. I don't think it really fits in any of these, but it just is kind of, I think most people were like, that's kind of overpriced. The Bust the Dust kit, I mean, I guess I could make one for like broken because it is, and it's like still broken in some ways, I'm pretty sure. Right. So this is for Bust the Dust kit broken. I thought that I would add more onto this. This is really looking a lot less like this and a lot more like this. So I think I'm going to just end it here. Let me know if there's other Venn diagrams that you would make. Maybe this wasn't the best way to represent what my point, but here it is. Here it is. Here's my criticisms of the kits. Here's my ranking. Let me know, what your opinions are, where you would place things. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And if you want to see more like this or, some actually fun gameplay videos, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I will see you next time when hopefully I'm not talking about kits. I really just want, if there are any more kits that come out, like, can they just be boring, uninteresting, uncontroversial, just overpriced so I can just ignore them and not talk about them? Because I would like that. I would appreciate that. We've gotten 9 kits in 8 months. And I'm tired of this. I think a lot of people are tired of this. I don't want to have an opinion about every single kit that comes out, but here we are. Thank you for watching this rant. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but this is the kits ranked. Yeah.